it gives you a capex allowance. And I think for this year, the capex allowance is something in the region of 400 billion. But what they gave them under the budget was only 40 billion. So they're like 10% of what they should be getting. You need for that to happen so that as you have now brought these funds to support generation, you must also support transmission so that you don't get stranded power by reason of the fact that you're not generating, you've increased generating power, but then you can't wheel it. That's what they call stranded power.
Mr. ODUNTAN suggests that transmission focuses on some priority areas.
There's an equipment, a sort of software called SCADA. That's what transmission company of Nigeria needs to have to know where, real time, where the electricity is, as they are transmitting. They don't have it. It has not been fully implemented over the years.
Industry players say that even in the face of these challenges, privatization has brought in new investment and new level of productivity, although many do not agree with this.
I want to know what has changed. The 4,000 megawatts being generated even in the 80s and 90s is still the same thing being generated. The same gas power stations, the same Kainji, Shiroro, Jeba, those hydro stations built in the 80s are still what we have there. Now tell me what has changed. Is it that the new people have built one power plant, that is generating electricity? Is it that they have diversified, and they are now using wind turbines? What has changed? Where is the resources? Where is the investment? Check the transformer in your area and other areas. Have they even repaired them, talk less of changing them? I don't think so. If they are telling us that we should hope that things will change, we can still be living on hope, but not that things have changed as I do. If they have changed, you and I should see it.
This has been a situation that has remained with us from independence, in fact, pre-independence, where we had the government have total control. And what total control meant was that many of these things were not maintained. Like we know with so many other national assets, they were not maintained. So you had generating plants that were deteriorating, transmission, antiquated, distribution lines, totally gone. Let me give you an example. Lagos State, when Lagos was built for electricity purpose, it was actually designed for underground cabling. But what do you find today in Lagos? Lots of overhead cables bypassing the underground one because they simply didn't maintain and couldn't maintain the underground cables. So it was that state of deterioration that actually informed the need to initially unbundle and then later privatize. So it was not designed to be let there be light and there was light because you have privatized. What the privatization has done is that it's brought out all the issues.
One of the issues has been funding for the sector, an issue which has revealed a huge debt owed to distributors.
Government itself is not showing a good example because there are these MDA debts, Ministries, Department and Agencies debts, that's well over 100 billion. They too are not leading by example. If you're not paying, really, morally, do you have any right to be insisting on anybody else paying?
Nigerians as a whole have been apportioned part of the blame, as this could say many do not pay their tariffs.
Well, our light for Wuru is like when month ends, we go see lights. As they see lights, and so they see NEPA bill. Even the last one they bring come now. To the extent, my landlord asked everybody in compound whether we get another extra factory in the compound. We say we don't know. When I enter the compound, I think they give us 2,500, 3,000. As of now, they give us 20,000. We ask the man, even to the extent, the day where they come, one day where they came, at their house, I asked the man, okay, look at here, nobody get AC here. How the light they go up, the bill they go up like this? We do not have factory for here. If we have factory, let us know. He said, make we go to their office for some may go complain, or make we go to Shomolu area go complain. Because they say, me, I did not know anywhere other side. The man will say, that bill where they carry come, you overpower me.
If you get a product, you pay for it. If you have a genuine grievance, you go complain. But the answer can never be call somebody to help you bypass and you're not paying. When you're not paying like that, you starve the system of funds.
The solution lies in metering, and to cut costs, local manufacturers come into the picture.
About 2 out of 11 disco have signed us in to produce meter for them, and those are the meter you are seeing being produced now. So we have signed up with 2 disco, and we hope more of the disco will come into an agreement with us so that we can, on a continuous basis, roll out meter for them. One is 30,000, one is less than 1,000. So you can see when we have more than 3 million metering gap, and we are just producing 30,000, 1,000. I mean, it's underutilization of our capacity.
Once again, financing is a problem here.
I was asked to bring financing into the metering, and I told them I'm already managing the borrowing fund to develop the factory and to train and put more on research and development to produce some other meter that is required by the country. So why will I go and look for funding to fund your metering scheme? Because the metering scheme is to increase your revenue base. So the DISCO should go and source for the fund themselves to fund their metering scheme. Because the more meter, the more revenue you get into your revenue base.
But what if metering is approached differently?
It is essentially the policy issue that should change consumer opportunity to be able to buy meter directly from us. It's policy precisely. I don't believe that all things being equal, if we sit down to work out the technical issues and the configuration issue to set up a meter into anybody's network is the easiest thing to do, especially we that knows how to configure the meters. And we design meters, so we know exactly what to do. And we are not only producing meter, we design software applications. So we can, at the same time, develop a platform where it will be devoid of interference, and people will be able to configure their meter, and it will go to the DISCO's database without hindrances or a threat to their integrity of their database.